go, Carly. Get it now. Come on. Let's go. You got this. Let's go.
Hey YouTube, today is the first day of my spring semester. Yeah, I'm basically already dressing like a bum, so it's totally fine. I don't know why it's doing this. Maybe if I go like this. I only have one class today. The really bad days will be Tuesdays and Thursdays, so not bad days. No bad days. Just packed full days where I actually have to like turn my brain on. So anyway, I better get going before I'm late. So I'm just sitting down and kind of looking over my syllabus and some school stuff and doing some cleaning and whatnot. But I thought I'd pick up the camera and tell you guys that I have signed up for a meet in March. It is called the USA Powerlifting Cowboy State Raw, and that is, I believe the date is March 10th, which means it's pretty much almost the 10th. It's the 8th right now. Probably by the time I put this up, it will be, it'll probably be like the 10th or something, probably past the 10th. That means that I am sitting at 8 weeks out. If I did the quick little counting right, I'm sitting at about a little over 8 weeks out. I feel like signing up for a meet like the day before school starts, I'm just like, I have more anxiety than normal, and I know it's because of school and because I literally just signed up for a meet. I always get anxious right when I sign up for a new meet, and then obviously like 2 weeks out from it, I'll start getting nervous because that's just who I am. Yeah, I thought I'd let you guys know. I'm so hype. I've been wanting to compete again, and so this will be my first competition of 2018. And it'll be the closest meet I have ever done. I'm talking like I've done a ton of meets. I've only done 2, but yeah, this will be the closest one. And so that takes a lot of pressure off of things, just to not have to like travel 8 hours like I have for the past 2 meets. So that'll be nice. And I also signed up for the, is it 82 kilogram weight class, which is also a change for me. Where I'm sitting at now, I feel like it would be the smartest decision for me to go up a weight class. So yeah, I won't have to do some big extreme cut, so that takes a little bit of stress away. I can just focus on my training and fueling my body with like the proper food. I don't have to worry about restricting a lot of my calories and having no energy and hating my life like I did some of the time for my last two meets. So, and you know, one of my goals obviously is to continue to compete and train hard and whatnot, and I do want to have a successful meet. And talking to my boyfriend, he was like, you know, you need to determine what is successful for you. What do you consider a successful meet? And I thought that was a really interesting point, because for me, I just always hold myself to this high standard, whether it's like schoolwork and grades. It gets stressful when you have that type of mindset, like I need to perform the best all the time, because then failures and setbacks and things like that are really frustrating. Well, anyway, where was I going with that? I feel like I need to reevaluate what is successful to me, and I don't need to get a medal in place for it to be a success. I don't really need to hit a massive PRs for it to be a success, and that's what I need to like realize coming into this meet, that I want it to be successful. But I'm not gonna put it on.
Hi, YouTube.
You press record.
Yeah.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. What doing?
Spread some wisdom to the YouTube people.
I want Taco Bell. It's hairy.
Babe.
What?
No Taco Bell. Gotta take off my makeup. It lasted for a while today. Does it look bad? I definitely was sweating, and every time I went like this, I was like, there's so much makeup on my hand right now.
Yeah.
Okay, put it on yourself. YouTube. So today is January 11th. Last time I recorded was 2 days ago. I don't know. A lot happened. I had planned on picking up my camera and filming my bench session that night after work. And me and my boyfriend have been having some car troubles, and we were actually planning on taking it in that next day. Tuesday, the vehicle broke down, and so yeah, so basically it's in the shop right now. So car troubles, kind of somewhat unexpected, and now I have a new gratitude towards the vehicle because it's not fun to walk places, even though it's good for my body maybe as far as exercising. But yeah, so no vehicle means the past 2 days I have not been working out. I have to go to school relatively soon, but I just wanted to sit down and show you guys. I got 2 new books in the mail, and I just want to show you them because I'm excited about them, and I've started them and I enjoy them, so I wanted to share them. The first one is this one called You Are a Badass. You've maybe seen this before. I purchased this because a few YouTubers, some people on Instagram and whatnot were talking about this book in a positive light. I thought it looked fun. I liked the title. The last vlog that I made when I was at the bookstore, I saw this, decided books are always cheaper online, so bought it online. I have started reading it. I am on chapter, I want to say 6 or 7. And yeah, I do not dislike this book, but I do want to say, so this book talks a lot about, at least so far, talks a lot about a higher power. She refers to it often, I believe, as the universe. And of course, I don't believe that. I believe there's the one and only God. I don't believe in the universe working for us or against us, because I am a Christian. So there's some points in this book that I have to kind of adjust what she's saying when she's saying, you know, the universe is, you know, on your side, and you know, the good frequencies and this and that. Like I kind of just adjust it to like in that instance I would say, you know, God is on my side, he's working for me, not against me. And sometimes that works. In some instances, when I replace what she has as a higher power as God, it doesn't come out as a complete true statement. So there's some times where I have to just, you know, go over it, or I try to use what I believe in that sentence, if that makes sense. So there is some things that I disagree with in this, but obviously if this isn't a Christian book, I don't expect it to refer to God. I just thought it was interesting she decided to put a whole chapter related to the G word, which she refers to like a God having a higher power, and how she makes the point in that chapter that you feel better when you're putting your trust in something other than yourself, and you're, you know, more spiritual. And I completely agree with that. Like when I am, you know, not just doing my own thing and spending time reading God's word, or if I'm, you know, listening to Joyce Meyer podcasts, which I've been doing lately, like I do feel better about life, more positive outlook on life, and, you know, this, that, and the other. So I completely agree with that, but I disagree with, you know, what she believes as to be in charge. A lot of what I believe is, obviously, I can try to do things on my own. I can have a future set plan. I'm going to college for this, I'm going to graduate school for this, I'm doing this, I'm moving this place. Like, I can have all that in my head, but if God has a different plan for me, that's what's gonna happen, because he's ultimately in charge and he knows what's best for me. And I can try my best to do my own thing and not rely on God, who ultimately already has it all planned out. No matter what, it's always going to be his plan and his way that works out and prevails in the end. So a lot of this is like, you make your own reality, you make your own destiny, and all that stuff. And so there's some points where I'm like, well, I'm not completely in charge. And if I were in charge, I'd crash and burn, and so would everybody else. Like, God is there. I put my trust in him for my life, especially at this point where I don't have it all figured out. I don't even know what I want to potentially do as a career for the rest of my life. So like, that's when I put my trust in God, and I don't have it figured out. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of that made sense and sounds like a lot of Christian talk. Some of you may be thinking if you're not particularly religious, but those are some points that obviously I would disagree with. But if you don't disagree with some of the things that you read or, read on the internet or hear even your professor say, like, you're not being a critical thinker, or you're not analyzing what you're taking in. And I think as humans, we need to do that. Like, you need to be a critical thinker. Don't just be gullible. It got really dark. Don't just be gullible and believe everything you hear. You can think about what you're hearing, no matter who it's coming from, and decide if it fits with what you believe already. If, you can do your research and back it up. Like, you don't have to believe everything you hear. You can disagree with some things, even in a self-help book. But yeah, that being said, there is a lot of things in this book that I do like. It is a self-help book, which means, people love this type of book because they buy it because they're feeling unmotivated, because they feel like they can make more positive changes, or there's some aspect of themselves that they don't like, which, newsflash, everybody has. That's why people love these books. I love these books. I just purchased one. Like, I like to feel motivated, and I like to feel like I'm a badass just as much as anybody else. So the next book I'm really excited about is a devotional book. It is by Joyce Meyer, and Joyce Meyer is probably my favorite, I guess, what do you call her? Christian speaker, my favorite Christian author. She has a lot of different things. She has her own ministry. All of her books that I have read are always amazing. Purchased a new devotional, of course, by her. It's called The Confident Woman. So, and I literally just read the intro yesterday, and I was gonna read the date for today. It is the 11th. So, if you guys don't mind, I kind of want to read it, and I love the title. It says, Know Your Strengths. So the verse for today is 2 Timothy 1:6. This is why I would remind you to stir up the gracious gift of God that is in you. And that is 2 Timothy 1:6 if you want to look it up. An important thing in gaining confidence is that you must absolutely know your strengths. What are you good at? Do you even know? Have you seriously thought about it, or have you been too busy thinking about what you are not good at that you have not even noticed your abilities? Remember, God does not make junk. After God created the entire world and Adam and Eve, he looked at all of it and said, "It is very good." Make a list of what you are good at and read it aloud to yourself at least 3 times a day until you gain confidence in your abilities. Thinking about what you're good at is not conceited. It is preparation to do your job with confidence. I know that anything I'm good at is because God has gifted me in that area, and I thank him for all the abilities he has equipped me with. I encourage you to be bold enough to do this. Make positive affirmations to yourself every day about your qualities. Jesus came to take care of what you could not do, so let him do his job and thank him for it. Lord, thank you for the abilities you have given me. I recognize them. I ask you to show me the best way I can use them. Amen. That is probably the most perfect short little devotional to start this book on, to start this day on. I feel like, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next clip.
I love it. All right. Pushes into this human thing.
Carl.
Legend and confident Rita Lizanne, 4 months Patrick, Catholic. Just kidding. Let her straight.
Yeah, let the junk hang out. I am a kitty
doesn't
cat.
like
This
that.
is my kitty cat. Pat, pat, pat.
No, Dad. This lighting kind of sucks, but I just ate food. So I'm having my probiotic gummies. Of course I have the gummies because I'm a child and they taste awesome. And then I'm gonna have a fish oil too. I am sitting editing some of the footage that I've already had from the past week or so on the video that you're watching currently. And I just wanted to make a quick outro clip and say thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it through this whole thing. I feel like there was a lot of talking in this one, which is okay. I told you guys I wanted to do more of that, be a little more open and stuff, and not just put only my training videos in there. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.